The fog clung to the ground like a shroud, wrapping the small coastal town of Eldgridge in its chill grasp. Ever since the lighthouse went dark, whispers had circulated about the inexplicable shadows dancing along the cliff edges, drawing in the wandering souls of the curious and the bored. Amelia Graves, a seemingly ordinary librarian with a knack for uncovering forgotten tomes, felt an unease bubbling under her skin. The townsfolk regarded her with cautious glances, their expressions etched with an unspoken fear. Determined to shake off the weight of their trepidation, she ventured home, only to be startled by a low, haunting hum echoing through the air, sending a shiver down her spine. Later that evening, the allure of an ancient folktale called to her. It spoke of sea whispers, entities said to dwell beneath the waves, and their call could lure even the most steadfast. As Amelia read, the ground trembled ever so slightly, her candles flickering ominously in response. She dismissed it as her imagination until she heard the distinct sound of waves crashing against the rocks outside, despite the evening stillness. What was drawing her towards the sea? A few days passed, with Amelia finally conceding to the town's whispers by visiting the abandoned lighthouse. The dilapidated structure loomed, coated in an unsettling silence. Inside, the air felt heavy, thick with secrets longing to be unearthed. She discovered remnants of unusual markings on the walls, symbols that sent ripples of doubt into her mind. Were they remnants of an ancient language? Her heart raced. A chill brushed her neck, as if unseen eyes watched from the shadows. A local fisherman, Tom, unexpectedly appeared, his weathered face shadowed in half-light. He spoke of dreams haunted by faceless figures rising from the depths, warning of impending doom. Some thought his mind was unraveling, but Amelia's gut stirred with an instinct stronger than fear. Could there be a connection between Tom's dreams and the lighthouse? With a nod of determination, they embarked on a journey beneath the thrum of the stormy skies, knowing that something waited just beyond the horizon, beckoning them closer. Eldgridge seemed to change as night descended. The moonlight twisted itself into grotesque shadows, and secrets skittered between the edges of perception. Amelia and Tom returned the following day, armed with an old chart detailing the ancient mariners' tales that haunted the coast. As they pored over the artifacts in the local museum, an unsettling presence filled the room. Amelia's fingers grazed over a weathered journal, its pages yellowed with age, recounting disappearances tied to a storm that roared every 50 years. Could it be mere coincidence? Or an echo of collective memory? Amelia battled a burgeoning sense of dread, now accompanied by unsettling visions. A face of something inhuman lurking just below the surface, dark waters enveloping its unyielding grip. Worlds collided in her mind. It was evident now. She had felt the dark pull since choosing to work with forgotten lore. Tom, similarly haunted, muttered fragmented confessions, mentioning something about pursuing shadows during storms and always returning empty-handed. Was the town gripped by some ancient curse, alive in the echoes of their whispered fears? Decisions surged through Amelia like braided steel. They had to connect the dots before the cycle renewed itself, before the town bore a fresh sacrifice. Night fell tense and electric as they approached the lighthouse once more. Dread hung thick in the air as they descended into its looming bowels. There, mysterious runes seemed to pulse with dark energy, as if feeding on their dread. Amelia, drawn by an unseen force, traced her fingers over the cold stone. Something was awakening. Was it inviting them deeper, or was there danger lurking just beyond sight? In those Stygian depths, her heartbeat echoed louder, screaming that time was running short. A sudden gust billowed through the darkness. A disembodied voice whispered ancient secrets, almost beckoning. Amelia grabbed Tom's arm, their shared gaze heavy with realization. Outside, the ocean roared. The winds of a storm were rising, and the ominous prophecy echoed in Mallory's mind. They had a choice. Confront the nightmare that awaited beyond the water or accept the chilling fate the town had endured for centuries. Was it courage that brought them here, or reckless curiosity? The storm hit with ferocity, winds howling like unearthly beasts prowling for prey. The waves, once calm, now pounded furiously against the cliffs. The lighthouse flickered ominously, its beacon extinguished as the dark clouds surged overhead. In the eerie silence between thunderclaps, Amelia and Tom faced the darkness emanating from the lighthouse's belly. Steeling their resolve, they pushed forward. The air felt charged, almost sentient. Every shadow seemed to breathe, alive and watchful, vibrating with the whispers of the sea whisperers. As they ventured deeper into the chamber, finally uncovering a stone altar adorned with the very symbols Amelia had seen in her readings, she felt an inexplicable compulsion to summon forth whatever lay below. With trembling hands, she began tracing the symbols. They glowed faintly, and with each curve, a distant, melodic hum resonated. Tom urged her to stop, fear etched onto his face, but Amelia, drawn by an overwhelming curiosity, pressed on as the air thickened around them. Suddenly, the altar erupted in a vivid light, and the figure taking shape was horrifyingly beautiful, an ethereal entity, neither human nor fish, yet all at once. Its voice, resonating within the marrow of her bones, offered knowledge of forgotten worlds and cosmic wonders beyond comprehension. But amidst the allure, a chilling clarity emerged. Their disturbance had awakened something ancient, ready to reclaim its dominion. As the tempest outside raged, the entity twisted its form, revealing nothing but an insatiable hunger for souls accustomed to dread. Tom was frozen, entranced, a willing offering, but Amelia found her strength, a thread of humanity amidst cosmic chaos. She turned back to the altar, desperate to undo her actions, to silence the malevolence. But the entity roared, the lighthouse trembled. Suddenly, the light flickered out, plunging them into darkness. When it returned, the altar was empty. Had they conjured a nightmare, or had something returned to the depths, insatiated? With the storm raging outside, they stumbled back into the world, uncertain of their victory or failure. One thing remained clear. The cycle was not complete, and the whispers would always echo under the waves. All they had unwittingly unleashed was yet to come.